Hello, my name is Robert Massey, and this is my I Believe speech. And that's my dog Chloe in the background. She enjoys being center of attention even when she's asleep. I'm doing my speech on the overweight and obesity problem in America. It's a serious problem that we really need to try to fix. Society today has groomed us to become overweight. We are eating larger serving sizes and more fattier foods. I believe this is a major problem, and we are silently killing ourselves through the spoon we put to our mouth. There are many reasons why one becomes overweight, and that's why it's so difficult to fix this problem. It could be psychological reasons to basically just overeating. I'll mainly focus on the environment and the role it plays on being overweight or obese, advertisements, and the socioeconomics behind it, being overweight. Overweight and obesity ranges are determined by the BMI, or the body mass index. An adult with a BMI of 25 to 29.9% is considered to be overweight. An adult with a BMI of 30% or greater is considered to be obese. Currently, there are 2/3 of the U.S. population are overweight or obese. That's a staggering figure, with nearly 1/3 of those being obese. Also, 17% of children and adolescents are overweight or obese. How does one become overweight or obese? It's called the calorie balance equation, which in short means that you consume more calories than you burn. Through advertisements, companies are targeting us to become more unhealthy and eat more. We see big juicy hamburger signs while we're driving down the road, watching TV, reading newspapers, and through other media outlets. How many times have you sat there and watched your favorite TV show and seen commercial after commercial of fast food restaurants? On average, Americans spend 9 times the amount watching TV compared to physical activities. And advertisements are basically propaganda. Also, the environment plays a major role in being overweight or obese. If you live in an area where there are basketball courts, baseball fields, football fields, tracks, etc., you're more apt to get out and do more physical activities compared to if you live in an area where you don't have those opportunities. And this is seen more in rural areas. Also, something as small as sidewalks can play a role in being overweight. If you have a sidewalk that leads to the local convenience store, you're more apt to walk to get that gallon of milk or that loaf of bread compared to if you live in an area where there are no sidewalks. Socioeconomics plays a major role in being overweight. And basically, it's cheaper to eat those fatty foods. You can buy a $1 hamburger off a value meal compared to a salad that's going to cost at least $7. That's a savings of $6 per person. And that can be seen more widely in families where there are 4 or 5 or 6. That $6 savings can end up being $40 or $50 savings. But the question is that $6 savings per person conducive? Is it the best interest in the long run? And could that $6 end up causing you to be overweight, which could lead to you having a heart attack? Diseases that are related to being overweight or obese, there are multiple diseases that can be linked back to being overweight, including diabetes, cardiovascular disease, cardiopulmonary disease, strokes, cancers, bone and joint problems. How do we fix this major problem being overweight or obese? I believe the first step is to finding the root cause. We got to understand, is it a psychological problem, or are we basically just overeating? And is there any activity that we can replace that overeating with? Instead of overeating, can we go to the gym and play basketball? Which a lot can be led back to living a sedentary life. We need to be out and be more active. In conclusion, I believe more and more people understand the problems with being overweight, and the people want to change. I think we'll see a change in obesity and more people become physically fit. Hopefully we'll start eating more whole foods and less processed foods. I think we can become healthier and live a little better life, and overcome the physical and psychological problems behind this being overweight. It's basically boils down that we have to be ready for a change and want to become better and be around for our kids in the future and better America as we do ourselves. That's my speech. Thanks.